So I'm going to shut up for a minute and let Wade talk to you a little bit and introduce the team.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wade Goodwin. I'm a portfolio manager with A-List Partners, and I'm just going to go through, several of the team members are here today, so I'll let them speak for themselves. But a little bit about myself. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance, and I've been a real estate agent for about 5 years now. A lot of what I do for David and A-List is some of the back end stuff. He always says I'm the new James. I've never met James, but if some of y'all have, then that's a good way to compare me, I suppose. A large part of my role is going to be if an investor needs any information, you can contact me, and I'm going to be really responsive in getting that to you very quickly. So financial statements, if you need any sort of documents or anything sent over to you, just let me know and I can get that to you. But other than that, I'm actively out there looking for new investors in the fund and evaluating projects with David constantly. So we'll go ahead and Andy, if you want to say something about yourself.
Sure.
Yep. And then I know a few of the other team members are here, so we'll just sort of work our way around. Yep.
Morning, I'm Andy Smith. I have been in investment real estate since 1996 when I purchased my first duplex while attending Ohio State University. Since then I've been buying, holding, flipping. I've been an agent since 1998. And so I have a lot of experience in a lot of different ways in the real estate world. I work in the capacity of finding new acquisitions and investor relations with the fund. Also, I am with a property management company, a local property management called Morris Green here in town. We manage 150 units, which can be valuable to the fund, and or any of you in here might have some rental properties that you don't want to take care of. So if that's the case, come see me. I can help you with that. And just happy to be part of the group. Thanks.
Josh, you want to say something?
Good morning. I'm Josh Balo, excuse me for the allergies. I tell the team that I've been in real estate since the age of 11. When I skipped school, made my parents take me to a real estate seminar in downtown Dallas. So since then, I've been interested in real estate. I'm a graduate of the University of Texas at Austin in 1997. I have a mortgage background for many years, and now I'm actively a real estate agent at Platinum Realty with a specialty in downtown condos, new construction, infill redevelopment, title issues. I like to get my hands dirty in real estate. I'm not the guy on the bus bench. I'm the guy that's doing research. I'm proud to be a member of the team. I'm actively looking for projects as we go along. Some of the projects that I've introduced to the management team and the investors in the fund are, many of you have saw last week in the Austin American Statesman, The Independent. It's called the Jenga Tower. It looks kind of like a Jenga puzzle. The team has, or the management fund has an opportunity to be on the early list, the VIP list for that project. Do we have the slide for the Rainy Street? Okay, that's fine. My company, Platinum Realty, is also marketing a new project on Rainy Street called 70 Rainy. Finally, we're getting an influx of new construction of condos downtown. It's been a long time coming. 2017 and 2018 is going to be, there's going to be a new inventory on the market, which is the pent-up demand, as you can imagine. The number of people moving here each day is extraordinary. 70 Rainy Street is going to be 35 stories, 164 units, on-site restaurants, bars, valet parking. The outdoor amenity deck is going to be like nothing ever seen in a downtown condo, and it's going to have west-facing views, protected views of Lady Bird Lake in downtown. So again, it's a competitive advantage I can bring to investors in the fund for projects like this. Any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Kenyon?
Yeah. Hi guys, my name is Kenyon Johnson, and I am a mortgage lender. I've been in the mortgage industry for the last 15 years. here in Austin. I've worked with some of the largest banks in the country, and I've worked with some very small banks. And so my specialty is, I specialize in residential mortgage financing, but I certainly, I have most of my clients now seem to be investors, and a lot of out-of-state investors coming to Austin to invest, and I can help them kind of build their portfolios and offer, financing through conventional terms. And I got involved with David, I've known David for a number of years in the residential world, in the real estate world, but the big banks I try to kind of get away from because I think if we have alternative financing means, it's certainly a benefit, and that's what this fund offers. And me personally, I'll be available to not only find some clients to invest in this fund, but I can also be the takeout person for people who bring into the fund and they take only short-term loans. I can provide very aggressive permanent loans at the end of those initial terms. So other than out there pitching the fund and then bringing in my clientele, I certainly bring in some additional financing needs as well. So happy to be part of the fund. It's a great group. And hopefully we can continue stuff together, I guess.
There's some other ones that weren't able to make it today. I'll just briefly tell you a little bit about them. Jesse Anderson, he's here in Austin. He's a really solid deal finder. His main role is really to pound the pavement and try to find the best investment projects for our investors. And so that's he's been bringing David deals for a long time now, and that's his main role. Jennifer's in the back. She's our director of events. She does a great job of putting together all these events and really coordinating everything with that. She has a variety of other roles with, educational pieces and things like that. But she does a wonderful job getting all these things organized for us. And then Travis, Zach, and Jordan are sort of our San Antonio group. They weren't able to make it today, but they are really working the San Antonio market. It's that's their primary area. Travis is a real estate agent with Remax, and Zach and Jordan are project managers for some of our projects that we have going on in San Antonio, and they'll continue to do that in the future. And then Mick and Sean, would you prefer talking about them?
That's fine.
David's going to know them a lot better than I will, so I'll let him take over on that.
Well, Mick is my older brother, and Sean is my nephew. Now, Sean is a internet guru kind of guy, and so that's what his degree is in, is information technology. So he's maintaining our website and doing a lot of SEO work for us and getting that website pumped out in public. My older brother, who is a substantial member of the management company, much like me, he comes from a mortgage real estate background, and he's looking for projects in the Dallas market, or the Dallas-Fort Worth market, I should say. And so as we accumulate projects up there, he will be managing those projects, site manager for all of them, evaluating projects we want to look at up there, working with Wade on determining whether the project meets our minimum needs as far as what we want to return from a project. And he's also someone that could step in instantly if something were to happen to me. So we got that covered in case I get run over by a bus or Amin gets mad at me one night and knocks me out.
Yeah, David, I'm a little confused here.
Mm-hmm.
All those people up there are direct employees of A-List Partners?
No.
Are they consultants, they reps, or?
They're all connected to us. They're all, basically every one of them except for Wade works on a commission basis.
Okay.
And so they work hard to make more money. Coming from real estate myself, to me, you get better work from somebody if they are compensated on a commission basis. Wade is the only full-time employee. I'm not even a full-time
I was
employee.
going to say, you
Just Wade. At some point,
so what's Wade's title? General manager, CEO?
he's a portfolio manager.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's the only direct employee
Mm-hmm.
who's portfolio.
Right.
And your title?
I am the managing member.
Management.
The buck stops here.
Are you ready, you arrange that you are the control of all these other folks?
Yes,
The team can grow or diminish depending on.
that is correct.
Okay.
But I can't be in Dallas or San Antonio at the same time, so we have to have talent all up and down 35. You know,
I
because
like
that's
to think of it as a bunch of little soldiers out there looking for the deals.
yeah. Everyone on this team are people that I've known for a number of years that I've worked with in some sort of capacity. And so I know how they work, and I know what their network is like, and I know what their work ethic's like, and that's why they're a part of us.
I was just wondering what the ultimate responsibility lies with whom, if something goes sour or something.
Oh, it would be
Employees.
the only people that would have 100% knowledge of everything on any given day are Wade and myself. Yeah, Zach is actually a property manager in Dallas. He manages like 600 doors in an apartment complex, and he has a huge history as a property manager. Previous to this complex, he was actually a HUD manager and worked with about 2,000 doors of Section 8 housing. So he's very knowledgeable in property management. Jennifer's also a real estate agent, by the way. So and so she's also looking at deals and helping bring deals to us for us to consider. I think that pretty much tags them all. And then we have another group that we just started. We call them the A-list ambassadors. And right now, Morris and Barbara and Hector and his wife, Simone, are our initial ambassadors. Now, what do they do, actually? Well, actually, they promote A-list partners. But Barbara has volunteered. This is really exciting. She's volunteered that she's going to work. If you don't know, Morris and Barbara are huge cruisers. They love to cruise. And I mean, they're gone more than they're here. So what Barbara's going to do is put together, work with the cruise line, and we're actually going to have a cruise where I'm going to go and do a presentation to the cruisers or to the vacationers, whatever they are. So we'll do a daily presentation all about A-list to these people on the cruise ship. And that's one of the things that Barbara's bringing to the mix is she wants to do that, and I'd like her to do that. And then a benefit of that is the investors will probably get some sort of a group deal if they want to go on the cruise and be part of this. But there's no better way to promote a fund like this except when you have a captive audience who are tired of walking around a cruise ship. They'll come listen to you for an hour or two. So that's one of the many things that our ambassadors are going to do for us. And that's really important. By the way, Morris and Barbara are also owners of the management company. So just throw that out there. They'll have a lot of information that you could probably get from them quietly away from me. Yes, Phil?
Would that mean they're the largest investors?
No. The management company is a completely separate entity than the fund.
But they own it. But you work for the management company also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had the impression there were only 2 employees, but there were 2 investors in addition.
Well, the management company actually has members,
Uh,
you know, and there are a few members in the management company. But as far as direct involvement, it's just Wade and myself. So how do we create high yields in a fund like this? How are we doing on time? What time is it?
It's almost 12 o'clock.
Almost 12? Okay, let me go through this one section, then we'll break for lunch. Our investment portfolio is primarily going to consist of real estate development, fix and flips, spec home construction, and purchasing REO properties from private lenders. Now, a private lender lends money. An REI fund, real estate investment fund, owns the projects. So the lender makes interest, and the REI fund makes everything else. Makes sense. We get the rents, we get the profit from the sale of the project. All that income goes into the fund and is distributed to the investors. That's the main difference between a private fund that's a lender and a private fund that's a real estate investment fund. We've set this fund up because ideally we want to convert it to a trust at some point in the future and make it a real estate investment trust. Come on up, I'll stop. Sorry about that. It give me a chance to get a drink of water. Let me just go through some of the assets and explain why we're creating money through these. Other things we're going to do is fund-to-fund investing, again, and then loan participation with other private lenders. Private lending is going to grow by 700%, or predicted to grow 7% in the next 5 years, because the banks aren't lending. That's why private funds are being established, and they're becoming private lenders to help rebuild America by doing real estate lending. And some of them are doing business lending. In fact, my securities attorney is involved with one that does automobile lending. I'm like, well, that's kind of novel. I don't know that I want to do that, but he makes good money at it. So there's private funds that are coming up for a number of different types of investment. So perks for our investors: if you become an investor, education, education, education. We'll be having our own series for our investors to help educate them on any number of things that has to do with financing, taxing, estate planning, investing. We'll bring in speakers. It's all free. We're not going to charge you. We're not selling an education program that's going to cost you money. We're going to teach you pros and cons of fractionalized mortgage participation. I'm not a fan of them myself, but they are powerful for some people. And so I'll go through it with you, and if you decide you want to do an investment outside the fund and you want to participate in a mortgage as a fractionalized mortgage participant, then you'll know everything you need to know about that to protect you, protect your investment, and to know what you're going to get into in the event that something goes sour on it. We're going to teach our investors about how to find abandoned properties, how to buy HOA liens, and turn them into an asset for yourself, and how to buy property tax liens, the right way to do it, the wrong way to do it. As an example, most of you don't know about HOA liens, but in the states of Florida and Nevada, an HOA lien is superior to the first lien. So if you foreclose on an HOA lien, you wipe out the first lien holder. Generally speaking, you're going to be in a project like that anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000 by the time you do all the legal work, title work, everything else you need to do to go through the foreclosure process and clean that title so you can sell that asset. But depending on what the asset is, it could be a little $50,000 condo, or it could be a $300,000 home. So we're going to teach our investors how to do things like that and protect themselves. And then, you can allow the fund to be an equity participant. If you're a developer, maybe look at becoming an equity participant in your own development funds. We'll talk to you about lending or financing your projects. Maybe we'll take a piece of it. Or, better yet, let's say that you're in real estate and you're a real estate broker and you have a client who needs to borrow $500,000 to build a spec home, but they don't have the cash to qualify for a private lender like Amin. So they would come to us and we would become the equity partner in the deal. We'd provide the closing cost capital that they're missing, take the deal to Amin, he becomes the lender. We participate in that project, but we're not going to be the lender on the project. So if you're in real estate, this is a very valuable tool to add to your toolbox to help you close more deals. As an example, Josh does a lot of luxury market home builders. And a lot of times they may have a great home, but they need to go to a private fund. Well, a private fund's only going to do 60, 65% loan to value, and they only have 10 or 15 or 20%. They need somebody else to come in and cover the other 20%. That's where we could look at it, and if it's something that works for us, we could put it into our portfolio and become that equity partner with that builder to go to Amin and get a loan done. So this fund is actually going to be a fund that works with a lot of other private lenders. Assets under management. These are actually 2 loans that are in the portfolio now. So they look really good. I mean, I know that you're not earning 17.5% annually or 18% annually on your investments in your bank account, right? And you're probably not earning that for your Wall Street portfolio. The thing is, your private lenders, this is their max. 18%, that's usury. Private lending is a great way to make money and a great way for an investor to make money from investing in a private fund that's who's a private lender, but they're limited to what they can do because they're limited by lending laws. Great loans, great returns, but not good enough. Not for me.